An Airbnb host was banned for life after canceling a woman's reservation due to her race. So lots of backstory on here. We also have a screen grab of the text messages. I love this. I love when you actually have evidence. Okay, so Dine Sue, she was already en route to this cabin that she had already booked. She was already confirmed.
I laugh too.
She was already confirmed from Airbnb. Okay, and so she decides to text the host to confirm everything and let her know about her guests. So it's not just her, she also has all these guests with her. So then let's look at the text messages. So she goes to confirm with her host, and lo and behold, the Airbnb host says, "I wouldn't rent it to you if you were the last person on earth." One word says it all, Asian. Wow. And then Sue says, "I will report to Airbnb that you are racist." And then she says, "Want something for nothing." What? They go back and forth for a little bit. And the host also says, "Go ahead. This is why we have Trump." Yeah. And then Sue, what she did is she canceled the reservation. Good. She got her money back. She called her bank and said, "Do not let this transaction go through." Then she posted this to social media. It went viral. There was so much pushback. She also contacted Airbnb. Airbnb has had a slew of other incidents, right? But recently, the company did institute a new policy, thank God, that forbids hosts from denying their lodgings due to race, color, ethnicity, national origin, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, or marital status. And then according to NBC News, Airbnb, they responded and they said that, quote, they permanently are banning the racist host from the app and called the actions unacceptable. Racist hosts, interesting. I wonder if it was somebody besides, because this is plural, there's somebody besides just that woman on that text message. It may be like
no, I think that's the only racist person in America.
No, but they were talking about this specific incident. Racist,
no,
these specific hosts
might be a
were banned
or something.
Yeah, it might be like a partnership, but they're banned, they're gone, they're banned for life. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Airbnb beat it, racist. The White House lives.
One word says all, racist.
Made your bed, lie in it. That's over 5, but whatever. This is crazy. Like, yes, she's racist, but to even think that she's so emboldened to do it on text message.
No, it's so stupid.
And then to use Trump as like her Trump card.
That's, although I have to say, like, part of me is a little bit grateful that she was so overtly racist, because conversely, what could have happened was that this woman arrives at her destination for Airbnb with her guests, everything's confirmed, woman, and then the hosts come out and are wildly racist and like things escalate, they could have gotten violent or who knows. So I think that this, at least they were able to cancel the reservation before they arrived and this really like met to a boiling point, now they're banned for life, that's good. In researching for the story, I went on an online forum.
Yes, Grace, tell me.
Wait. Define that weird word you used.
An online forum.
No, research?
Right, oh, okay.
That is.
It happens, and for Airbnb hosts, and they've been talking about a lot of the discriminatory practices and how they can avoid it while still making sure that they're being safe as well. Because a lot of things that I was reading about, like you should take away people's photos because then people can judge people based on their appearance. Now, a comedian friend of mine, Christian Piper, has a really good bit about this. He was banned from, a cancellation for an Airbnb was stopped for him because he's overweight. So they looked at his photos and saw that he was overweight, and like they were like, no, we don't want you to come here anymore. And so now the discussion among the hosts is like, okay, but if we take away the photos.
Did they have tiny beds?
They were like, the bathroom's very small.
Yeah. Is that what they said?
No, you should check out his bit because it's very funny. And he's like, don't worry, I found a new space in a whale refuge. I think I'll be fine. Yeah. Anyway, but the hosts were like, we don't want people to be discriminatory. We think that hosts that are doing this are wrong. However, if you take away the photos, then how are we supposed to verify that the person that we rent our space to is the person showing up at our property? Right. So it is going to be a juicy little discussion going forward.
Yeah. Aida, what did you think?
Well, I thought, did she think that the lady named Sue Dine was from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, that name, that it didn't give it away. Like, did she think she was like Jennifer Aniston was going to pop up at her door? It just sounds kind of like, to me, it's ridiculous. And that when people talk about some of the Trump supporters who have become emboldened by this attitude that now we don't have to feel like, we don't have to hide our feelings anymore, and white genocide is real. And I had a conversation with somebody who was like, you don't know white people are becoming extinct. And I'm like, obviously you've never been to Whole Foods. Or a Cubs game.
They give each other free samples.
I was like,
feed each other to grow.
be extinct where? Not in America. I too feel I feel relieved to know that someone is racist as opposed to someone who pretends not to be. But I think when
At
it
least
comes
you know
to
what you're dealing with.
I'm a terrible person. I come up with great ways to pretend I'm not. Like they're not racist things. They're just shitty interpersonal awkwardnesses that I cover up. Like it's crazy that she just was like, let me put this in writing.
Yeah, I
know.
Asian. Like what? Do you think they disappear? Because you definitely don't know what Snapchat is.
Yeah, she's dumb to know that she put it in writing and
to
text.
me like they were. I want to give even the benefit of the doubt is this person's an idiot. Like, it seems like they were having a conversation. And something that happens in Airbnb is like some people charge more if you have like 3 people as opposed to 2. And maybe it became clear that it wasn't just Diane or Sue, Diane or whoever there. And so then she was like, no, we have more than that. And then she was like, no. But it is always
You're
like
reaching, because there was another article that talked about that the guests that she booked initially was the same amount of guests that she came up with.
Okay.
But that's so good
that's
of you
the
to
thing is
try
like,
and give the benefit of the doubt.
No, but what it is like what I'm trying to get at is like I feel like racists, when you're talking to racist people and they give you a tough time, you don't assume that they're racist necessarily. You're just talking to them, you're like, why is this weird? And then it'll be like, oh, you're just racist.
Right.
Oh, you just hated me because I'm Asian.
Right.
Okay, that's at least simple for me to understand, because otherwise this was really confusing.
I agree. I thought it was humbling for Asian people, because Asian people are always considered the white minority in America. Like they're not like us, you know what I mean? So now in this Trump era, it's like, yellow's too dark. You know what I mean? It's like really, no offense to my yellow brothers and sisters, but it's like
and if you like being called yellow, I don't know
exactly.
if that's a thing. I think that's
it's mongoloid. No, it's black, brown, red, white.
Sophie, who's shaking her head. Sophie, who's Asian, is shaking her head. No,
not okay.
Yeah, not okay. But you're right though about Trump though. His rhetoric does embolden people to feel confident and justified in their racist beliefs, and that's what's scary.
Sophie, I'm not crazy about being called brown either, because I think I'm like pecan tan. But I'm just saying that when it comes to the dynamics of race in America, where people really embrace Asian people because they appear to be more upwardly mobile, and they seem to be more united, and their economics is different than those of us who are subject to American systemic racism. It's like
I think it's generally more widely accepted to make fun of Asian people.
To make fun of, but they don't have. You can make fun of Asian people, but they're still going to get an apartment before a Puerto Rican, and that's just how it works.
Right, and now we're in the weeds, and now we white people have won because they're fighting each other.
But we don't. But it's not. I just think it's interesting that because there were a lot of hate crimes against Asian people within the first few weeks of Trump being in office that made headlines, and it was excessive. And I was like, wow, these people who hate everybody.
They've been hiding.
Yes.
Completely hiding, and then they feel like, yes, we can finally talk about it and do what we want to do and act on it, and that's scary. So please share your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time.